Good morning. Time to walk. Come on. Who's been destroying this cardboard? It's the poor squirrel looking for the nuts that he planted in the fall. But unfortunately, we covered them over with cardboard. Poor thing. We're going to walk to our local plant nursery, the Dutch Plant Farm. We're going to buy cool weather vegetables and seeds. Wow. It looks like the firefighters are having an event. I love my city. I've arrived. Gonna use my Christmas money. Time to shop. Now here in Maryland, it's time to plant our cold weather vegetables. Now which one of those are keto? I'll show you. Not peas and not beets. Nope, not the peas. Not the beets. Now which ones am I going to buy? I'm going to buy cauliflower, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. Now they've just started getting in their warm weather vegetables. But I'm not going to buy any today, but maybe later I'll put some in the cold frame and see how they do. I can't plant them until Mother's Day here in Maryland. Now let's go look for some seeds. Now I've got many seeds at home, but I want to buy a few. I want to buy mammoth sunflowers and California zinnias. Those are for the birds and the butterflies. I also want to buy some squashes, a variety. I can't plant these things yet, but I want to go ahead and get them. I prefer to grow fast-growing varieties, so check how many days until maturity. Now they have strawberries and rhubarb, and those are both keto. Now last year I saved my own flower seeds, but I don't remember if they were heirlooms, so I went ahead and bought some because I want the really tall varieties. Now it's time to plant asparagus and onions, but I already have some at home. Time to check out. Time to walk home, so come on. Now spring is here. It's April 5th, and it's time to clean up the garden. So first, we're going to take all the old debris, the plants that I've left for the birds to eat the seeds. Going to put those into a pile. Then we're going to remove all of the protective tunnels. I'm going to fold them up and put them in the garage. Now it's possible it could freeze again until the beginning of May, so we'll keep our eye on the weather, and if it's going to freeze, then we'll cover everything back up. Third, we're going to need to weed. Under those row covers, there's going to be some weeds growing, so we're going to need to pull those up, plus in the strawberry area. Next, we're going to see what vegetables survive the winter, and I'll explain to you what we find. And last, we're going to plant our new plants and some onions that I saved from last year. Come on, let me show you. The raspberries are growing leaves. Now there's no vegetables on this side, and the difference is there's no sun in the winter. It's all in the shade. Where the first thing we pulled up, it gets winter sun. Now last week I already weeded this area, but which vegetables are still growing? Let's see. We have 2 more to pull up. Now on this side, not much survived because these row covers got ruined. There was just bad wind this winter. Now the strawberries near the house don't have very many weeds because in winter it's in the shade. But the strawberries, they're looking good. These strawberries over here are different. The ones near the house are June bearing. They only make strawberries once a summer. But these over here, they bloom the whole summer, but there are a lot less of them survives. Maybe more grow later, we'll have to see. But there's lots of weeds, let's get them pulled up. Part of the problem is that the wind blew a bunch of leaves and covered up a bunch of the strawberries. So we'll have to go back to the nursery and buy some more. We're waiting for birds. What are you doing? Well, it's nice and sunny and it's time to start cleaning up the garage. I'm famous for just throwing in a bunch of junk. But I want Judith to be able to plant. It's time. Now this garden chair is a great tool. It makes it so easy to weed. Now I'm going to be raking the soil. And we're going to plant our veggies. The soil is very dark and rich. It's from years and years of adding leaves and adding grass and hay and adding wood chips, adding mulch. It's built this soil and it's full of worms. Now, I alternated the plants because there's a variety of amounts of sun. And if I put all the broccoli together, all the cauliflower together, and all the Brussels sprouts together, the ones in the end that don't get much sun might not do very well. So I alternated them. One broccoli, one cauliflower, one Brussels sprouts, etc. Let's see what Dale's doing. What are you doing? Well, I've got a choice. I can be bored and fold these bags in a boring way. We're saving them for next year to lay out in the fall. Or I can be active by, watch. I'm listening to my music. Good job. It's a good chance to rest. Now I'm going to go plant the onions. I have a few left over from last year. Now what's going to happen is the onions will divide. They'll become 2 or 3 onion bulbs. Last year it really worked well. There's no reason I need to buy any more onions. I have plenty of homemade onion powder. I'm going to plant these onions right next to the garlic. Now, I always leave the edge clear of paper and leaves, about this wide. I leave it empty so I can put the row covers in the winter. All the rest of the garden, though, has been covered in cardboard with leaves. So like when you plant like the onions, means the cardboard's still there. It's very soft. And you either need to use the divot, like for the onions, and go through the cardboard to the soil. Don't plant in the leaves or in wood chips or in mulch. You've got to plant in the soil. You've got to go through the soft paper or cardboard. Now, where am I getting my water from? From my rain barrels. One more thing I need to do that's really critical is use my slug bait. Slugs will devour these baby plants. But first I'm going to watch the birds.